want to go over time because I really like Tyler Hilton, and I would never do that to him. But I'm going to tell you this story really, really fast because I think I finally got brave enough over the last little while to tell it. And it's the story, I get asked a lot what happened after Breathe, because it was, this thing, and it was a song, and it was on the radio, and the whole thing happened, and then I disappeared. Part of that is because I suck at social media, and if you're not on social media, people think you died. So that's the generation I live in. And besides that, the whole story in a nutshell is that I was asked to be somebody I wasn't. After I had already written an album that when I wrote, I didn't think anybody would hear it. I write alone, by myself, in my room with the door closed. When I wrote the first album, when I wrote Breathe, I wrote it in a whisper because I was afraid my parents would hear it. And they've heard it now. But I mean, it was such a personal process. It was so honest. There was nothing wrong, nothing lying about it, nothing dishonest. But then, because I was with all these major companies and everything, they asked me to do a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do. Namely, to be somebody that I'm not. I heard a lot of shit like no one likes a dark song, and I promised myself I wasn't going to cuss anymore. I get riled up. But they said a lot of stuff that broke my heart, and I didn't really have it in me. I wasn't tough enough. I was like 20, and I didn't know how to say, no, I'm going to be myself. I didn't have that yet, so I just tried to write the songs they wanted me to write. I figured I ought to wait until I found the right inspiration, and I did, and it came in the form of this girl who was also a singer, and a very popular one, and I related to her story, and she needed something. I wanted to give us something that was empowering, a reminder of our strength, and a reminder that we were bigger than the things that were pulling us down. So I wrote the song Shine, and I presented it to people that I worked with, and they liked it, and they sent it to radio stations, and radio started playing it, and it started climbing the charts, and everything was great. And then I found out that the way they were promoting it was by exploiting this girl because she was famous. I also found out that they'd made a video montage of women celebrities doing embarrassing things, like at the darkest moments of their life, and they set it to my song. And they put it on YouTube, and I said, how could you do this? And they said, no one's going to know that we did it. And I said, I'll know. And I was horrified, so I wrote an email saying that this is not what music is for, that it's meant to be beautiful and it's meant to be shared, and it's an energy that we get to explore together and feel, and it's connectivity, and it's not meant for exploitation and to hurt people. And if you're not clever enough to do your job, maybe you should get a new job. If you can't promote a song, maybe you suck. Or maybe the song's not good enough, in which case tell me to go home and write you a new one, I can do that. So they didn't like that, they were very upset about that. And they pulled the song off the radio. I didn't know you could do that, but they did that. And I realized I was playing a game I didn't want to be a part of. And even though it was really wonderful, all of the beautiful places I got to visit and the things I got to do, it wasn't worth losing my integrity, and it wasn't worth losing the very heart of what I make music for. So I left everyone. And I went back to school, and it was the best decision I ever could have made. And I waited until I was tough enough to come out and tell my story and be honest and even try to earn the right to stand in front of people. So anyway, that's the story of Shine, and here it is.